feel every time when we hear about this, every time when we get to know about someone committing suicide, we always take to social media saying that, you know, it's so important to speak up or to spread awareness of, you know, letting people know who are suffering from maybe depression or maybe like demons or whatever is going on in their life, that they need to speak. So what I want to say is that I feel more than expecting people to speak or to talk, to share what they're going through, I feel it's more important that all of us become more aware of each other. What I mean to say is that, you know, on a daily basis, when we meet, we catch up with friends, we bump into someone we kind of like know, we have our colleagues, neighbors, you name it, and we always go like, how are you? Everything is good? How's your family? Good, you know? Yeah, and that's it, you know? Like, how many times have we actually asked someone this question and meant it? What I mean to say, like, really wanting to know, how are you? Like, are you okay? Is everything all right in your life? And like, really mean it and being like there in the now with that person. Because I think many times there are people who wants to express, who wants to share, who wants to talk to maybe their friends or family members or colleagues or you name it, you know, and share what maybe they are going through, what their struggle is. But they just don't feel that the other person is willing to hear it, is having time to hear it. So what I mean to say is that I think it's more important to spread an awareness of maybe, you know, becoming more, what do you say, like present, in the sense, like, I think we all have our own lives and we all have our own problems, of course, that we are going through, and we live in our own bubble. Yeah, so I think it is important to also step out from our own bubble and start to see each other, start to maybe make sure to always send a message to the people that you love, to dear friends, make them know that, you know, that you love them and that you care for them, and if anything happens or whenever they want to talk or something, they can always just call or message, or just making sure that the people that you love in your life are feeling that they are being seen, you know, that they are not alone. I think that's very important, like, because I have observed, I have noticed myself sometimes, you know, when you hang out with, you know, some people, or you go to certain places, or you go for your work, and everywhere, everyone asks you, how are you, and all, and I mean, how many times will you actually stand and say that, no, I'm not well? You will just say, oh, I'm good, you know, because that's normally how we people are, because we don't feel that the other person might, you know, have the time to stand there and listen to you and your problems, what you are going through, or is even interested in knowing it. Yeah, like I think this is what is needed in our society and all around the world, just to, yeah, be more here in the now with everyone you meet, with everyone you have a conversation with, because only then will you actually be able to observe and see and feel, sense that I think you're holding on to something. Are you sure? Is this something you really want to talk about? Because I can feel that I think there is something, you know. But when we are so stuck up in our own world and we are living this stressful life and we are here, we don't see each other anymore. We just become like, everything is good, you're good, yeah. Oh, and suddenly, if the other person will even start to express and say that I'm not feeling so well, I'm going through this and that, you will be so caught up in your own world that you will go like, oh, I see, yeah, well, you know, that's how it is, and I'm sure everything will be fine, don't stress, don't worry, and all of that. And then we carry on. But here was a person who maybe needed to talk to someone and really express, but just got caught off. And I think this is something which happens a lot. I truly feel this, that I think a lot of people want to express, and maybe they have been trying, but they have just not been seen by the people they have been talking to, you know. So I think this is what is needed from all of us. Like, you never really know who can make a change, you know, in someone's life. It can be a random person who suddenly is there for you and is willing to listen to you and might give you that one right advice or something that will really help you, you know, that will give that click and will, I don't know, just change all of it. So we really don't know. But I think when we all will start to just stop and see each other more, I'm repeating myself, you know, I think that's when we will end up saving a lot of lives, actually, more than expecting them to come out and talk. Because someone who is willing to commit suicide has reached a point where you cannot expect a person like that to suddenly start to talk, or, you know, there's so many people who are very like introvert, so many people who are like, you know, they keep things to themselves, they don't express, you know. So it's very difficult if a person like that then would get into depression, or you name it, that they suddenly, from reaching that place, will go like, oh shit, I need help, I should talk to someone. That's not gonna happen. Like, the only way is actually when people around that person will start to see that person more. Yeah, this is what I truly believe in. And I remember, I think I was 13 years old, and a classmate of mine committed suicide, and I was so heartbroken, and I was so disappointed, and I was blaming myself, because I remember how he was so kind to me. He used to be very shy, but he was so kind, and he always used to help me, you know, when I was not like getting things and all. And I remember how I always felt like telling him, like, I so wanted to let him know that I truly appreciate what you're doing for me. Like, it's so kind of you, and you're such a nice guy, and I want you to know it. And I remember how I had been thinking about saying it, but I was too shy, and I thought, you know, yeah. And then one day I was sick, and my girlfriend messaging me saying that, hey, he's just committed suicide. And I was so sad, because I thought to myself that, wow, I had no idea what he was going through. And, you know, what if I would have shared what I wanted to share with him? Maybe that would have given him some light. Maybe he would have not expected to hear that. And maybe it would have given some kind of a change to him. I don't know. But what I've learned from this is that say things to people, you know, spread light and spread love, like make people feel that they are being seen, you know. This is what I think is so important. So now you guys let me know what you have to say about this and what you think about this.